Hello everyone and welcome to the YouTube channel of BeingACCA. This is Tushita Gupta, ACCA affiliate, and in the coming videos we are going to be solving the pre-March exams. So the pre-March exams are one of the most useful resources towards the preparation for your March 24 attempt. Please be very careful when you are preparing for you are solving this exam. This should be done under proper exam conditions, timing yourself, and these videos should ideally be used towards bridging the gap between the understanding and your actual execution of the exam questions. So here we go. The following questions, the questions that are just going to follow are actually a repetition from your pre-September March, which was a pre-September exam, which was there in 2023. So these are one of the same questions. So if you happen to have appeared for the exam back then also, then you would probably remember these questions. So here we go.
And it is HF Dresses Company. So let's read the scenario. HF Dresses Company manufactures a number of ranges of dresses and trousers. Its finance director is reviewing the pricing of various ranges. Expensive dresses. HF Company's reputation for quality means it can set its own prices for its range of expensive dresses. It currently sells each dress for $308, which represents a markup of 40%. Budget dresses. HF Company sells two ranges of dresses, summer and winter dresses, the demand for which is price sensitive. Okay. HF Company currently sells 5,000 dresses in its summer range at a selling price of $80. Its finance director has calculated that the demand will fall by 500 dresses for every $5 increase in the selling price. Now we have the new dresses. HF Company is about to introduce two new ranges, a range of dresses suitable for teenage girls who want to dress well for formal occasions. The range that has been developed reflects the latest fashions more than the dresses offered by competitors. However, the competitors are expected to respond by introducing their own ranges, and changes in fashion will mean that the life of HF Company's new range is unlikely to be longer than 2 years. A range of casual trousers for adult women, which is anticipated to have a long life, HF Company would face strong competition from existing ranges in this market. Now we have the police uniforms. HF Company has just accepted at a short notice a one-off order to supply its local police force with uniform trousers. The finance director intends to use relevant cost plus a markup as the basis for pricing in order to establish a business relationship with the police force that hopefully will result in future sales also. So, okay, this was in short the requirement. If increases in material costs mean that the cost of manufacturing the expensive dresses rise by 14% and HF Company wishes to maintain the same markup, what will be the new selling price to the nearest 1 cent? Okay, so let's solve this. Right. So first of all, let's see what has changed. Earlier, we were selling it at 308, I think. Yes, so this was the price for the expensive dresses earlier. So this means that earlier my cost was 308 divided by 1.4 because that is what was my markup. So if I want to find out my cost, I can find out my cost by dividing that, and my total cost will come out to be 220. So that means I was, earlier the cost was $220 per dress for me. Now, let's see, in the question they have said that the cost of manufacturing expensive dresses will rise by 15%. So that means I will add 15% of 220 to this figure to find out my new cost. So that means my new cost will become, what is the 15% of 220 if I calculate that? So this comes out to be 33. So 220 plus 33 gives me 253, which is my new cost. So I have to adjust my selling price accordingly so that my markup of 40% remains the same. So what will my new selling price will be? I will just add new SP will become 253 plus 40% of 253. And if I just find out what is the 40% of 253, this comes out to be 101.2. And if I add 253 to this, so this becomes 354.2. So 354.2. And now it wants me to the nearest 1 cent also. So I will add 10 over here. And what I will write in my final answer is I will type 354.20. We have to be very careful with the rounding of instructions as in how they are given to us. So moving on to the next question right now. The next question wants me to find out the straight line demand equation for the summer dresses. So I think the formula sheet also will have this formula given to us. Yes, for the demand curve, it is P equals A minus BQ, and the formula for A and B is also given to us over here. So I will just write my formula over here and do the solution. So this is P equals A minus BQ, right? So in this scenario, we have our price. So for summer dresses, it was given to me that the price was $80, if I'm not wrong. Right. So these are the summer dresses and the price is $80 right over here. So I put 80 over here. So 80, 80 equals, and now I have to find out A, and then let's find out, we have our total demand also, which is 5,000 dresses. So Q is our demand. So I have 5,000 B. So this is the equation that I have with me so far. Now the formula for B is change in price divided by your change in quantity. So it is mentioned over here that if you change your price by 5, your demand will fall by 500. So my B becomes the change in price is the numerator and the change in quantity is the denominator. So this becomes 5 by 500 and this becomes 0.01, right? So if I just put the value of B in this specific equation, I will get 80 equals A minus 0.01 into 5,000. So 0.01 into 5,000 will get me 50. So this becomes A minus 50. And now I have my A also, which is 80 plus 50, and this becomes 130. So my equation finally will be, I have found out my value of A as 130. So only this option has 130 and my B also is 0.01. So my answer completely matches with the fourth option. So this is what I'm going to select. Now moving to the next question, I have, okay, HF Company's finance director has approximated the demand curve for the winter dresses as being P equals 110 minus 0.005 Q and the total cost function as being TC equals $100,000 plus 50 Q. Okay, so what is the optimum selling quantity to the nearest unit and price to the nearest dollar of your winter dresses? So let's read about winter dresses. Regarding the winter dresses, we have, right. So the equation that is given to us is P equals 110 minus 0.005 Q. So in this scenario, we will equate our MC and MR. So we have our MR equals 110 minus 0.01 Q, and then my MC is given to me as $50. So I will just equate my MC and MR over here, and with that I will have 110 minus 0.01 Q is equal to 50. And with this, I will find out my value of Q. So if I just solve this equation, I will get 60 equals 0.01 Q. And with this, I will have my Q as 6,000. And now let's find out our price. So we will just put the value of Q in this equation. So 110 minus 0.005 into 6,000, and that will give me the P as 110 minus 0.005 into 6,000. And solving this, let me just find out how much this will come out to be. So this is 0.005 multiplied by 6,000 and I get 30. So 110 minus 30, I get my price as $80. So I will just type my answers over here and click on submit. My quantity came out to be 6,000 and my price is in $80. So I am done with this question. Now moving to the next one. So the next question wants me to select the pricing policy which will be the most suitable for the two new ranges that HF company is proposing to introduce. Now let's see the new dresses that they are talking about. So they are saying that for the dresses, it is suitable for teenage girls, formal occasions, has been developed to reflect latest fashion trends, and this has a short life cycle. So we have to choose price skimming over here. Why? Because in skimming, we initially charge a high price. So this is more suitable because when you are launching this, your development costs will likely be high, and we are ahead of the competition, and also the life of the product that we have made is also short. So it is better that we charge higher prices in the beginning so that we are able to recover most of our costs, and we do have a competitive advantage also, and that will enable us to justify the high price that we are charging. So yes, for dresses, price skimming would be the most suitable. Now let's look at have a look at trousers. Casual trousers for adult women, long life, strong competition. So what we will do over here is penetration. Penetration works the best in high competition. That is because in penetration, you initially set a low price. So when there is already strong competition, you will have to lower your price to enter into the market. And then since it has a long-term life cycle, it is given to us that it has a long life. So in the long life, we will make revenues from this product. So price penetration would be the best choice for trousers. Moving to the next question. Right. Which of the following statements is not true about using relevant cost pricing? Okay. So let's read the statements. Relevant cost pricing may be appropriate if HF company currently has spare capacity. Now, this is not our answer because this is true. We have to find the statement which is not true, right? So let's move to the next one. Relevant cost pricing should mean that opportunity costs are considered. Now, this is also absolutely true. Then, relevant cost pricing may result in incremental costs not being covered. Now, this statement is not true, and hence this becomes our answer because incremental costs will definitely be covered in your relevant cost pricing. We have learned that whenever we are finding out the relevant costs, incremental costs will always be covered and considered. Relevant cost pricing may result in fixed costs not being covered. Now, this statement is true. That is why this is not your answer, because in relevant costs, we only look at the incremental costs. The fixed costs are treated as sunk costs or committed costs that will still be incurred whether or not we are undertaking the project or not. So that is why the last statement is true and hence not your answer. The option that is correct is option 3. And moving to the next question. Okay, so with this, we have come to an end to the question that is HF company. In the next video, we are going to be solving Green Bird company. Thank you.